Welcome in. It's Week 16 conference finals. Four teams remain, and you're looking at one of them. Somehow, I ended up beating Denver. I'll take it. I wasn't
Couldn't be me.
expecting it. Um, I, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. So, I mean, I think the entire AFC actually is a bit of a surprise for everybody. We had me beating Broncos, but also Pittsburgh beating Kansas City, which I think was probably the bigger shock, honestly. The only reason I didn't feel comfortable was the fact that I had my best running back and wide receiver out. So I had to go with basically taxi members to try and do something. But a late Sunday night game, sack and interception, kind of made sealed the deal. On the NFC side, for Watkins, you got beat out by the Panthers.
I knew
Uh,
that was coming though.
for
But yeah,
Atlanta,
I really
for Atlanta,
expected the road to Super Bowl to run through Kansas City.
yeah, for Atlanta got beat out by Dallas. So um, I ain't mad about that. I kind of am. I wanted to beat them myself, but so that leaves four teams left for the championship. But we do have consolation teams as well. There's still four teams remaining out there as well. Let's see here. Let's pull up that actually. So we've got Miami versus Cleveland. So number 8 Miami versus number 6 Cleveland, along with the underdog Giants still hanging in there against the number 5 Titans. So the first four teams that theoretically had the best records that should be here are all out.
San
I
Francisco
am
49ers, the favorite to go all the way and get that 20, lost out to the Dolphins.
I'm kind of rooting for the Giants.
Too, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, just to see the 28th best team
Something like that in
come
the
back
regular season, yeah.
come back and make their money. So we'll see how that goes. We'll go a little bit more in detail though with the final four here, AFC, NFC for the Watkins Bowl. I don't know what I want to call it yet on the ring.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Not the Watkins Bowl.
The worthless bowl. We'll think of something.
I mean, it would have to
Anyway,
be worthless something. We are the Worthless Fantasy Federation. Just call
yeah,
it the WFF Championship. I don't know.
we'll start on the NFC side because I'm not in that game. We've got Dallas versus the Panthers. Projected scores right now of 172 to 177. Panthers edging out right there. Yeah, so Dallas and Panthers projected score 172, 177. Most offense is going to lean towards Dallas, and most defense is going to lean towards Carolina on this. At the running back position, you got Tommy Pollard versus Deontay Foreman. A pretty easy choice there.
Yeah.
Wide receivers, we got CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra, St. Brown versus Shakir and Higgins. I think it's pretty obvious there what side you'd lean towards.
Yep.
On the side ends, you got Dalton Schultz and Jake Ferguson. That's kind of a toss up.
Yeah, it's pretty even.
Depends kind of on if Stroud plays for Houston. I don't know how hurt he is.
It probably doesn't really
He's
matter that much.
I,
That's tied in 9 and tied in 11 for the year, so they're pretty much the same player.
yeah, but I mean, if CG Stroud's not out there, then that could be less throws to him. But he's in concussion protocol, so he may play this week. On the flex side, we've got Smith and Ford and Dobbs and Cooper. Kind of close, but I mean, that's really just because Smith hasn't had the year that he should. But still pretty good
Yeah.
flex team. Two flexes on Dallas side, and they got Goff versus Love. I would pick Goff, even though Love's projected outscore him. Something about those division, they're at Minnesota, I guess. So instead of being at Detroit, that might make a bit of a difference. But usually those division games, they always have some kind of weird, either 60 points scored that game or 30. So there is no in between. On the defensive side, Curse versus Bernard. Um, usually pick a linebacker over DB. Defensive linemen, so you got Wilkins and Brown versus Crosby and Hutchinson. That's a pretty obvious Carolina side. Linebackers, Anzalone and Gay versus Aluakun and Luvu. Those are four really good linebackers.
Yeah, but
I
it's
really don't
still
want to.
very heavily weighted towards the Panthers.
I don't want to see either of those two still. And then at DBs, you got Wilson and Bland versus Hill and Snead. Kind of depends on if Bland has a pick six or not there, but I
Yeah.
would probably lean towards Carolina again.
Yeah, L'Jarius Sneed is a monster.
Yeah, so those are two teams that I really, really didn't want to see on the NFC side. That if I
Yeah.
win this week, I have to see one. I don't see a lot. I don't think there's going to be much change on the bench side, but they do have some pretty good depth if anybody goes down as well.
Yeah, yeah,
I think that
injuries
comes
aren't going to
down.
matter too much unless they're like devastating like quarterback ones.
Yeah, and these two teams are totally healthy, which is bad
Part of
news
the
for
reason
the
they're there.
AFC side. So on the AFC side, you got me versus my uncle. So someone from my family is winning money. Could be 300, could be 100. We'll find out. I'm projected to win 163 to 125 right now, but for someone who just beat Kansas City, I'm not going to take this very, you know, very lightly. Uh, I do think I have the better team. It just depends on if they all get on the field this week. So at running back, I've got Mostert versus Connor. I'm going to pick Mostert because Mostert's going to probably score 2 touchdowns a game. It seems. I think he has 19 or 20 for the year so far already.
There's been no slouch the past couple weeks.
No,
And
and they're playing against Chicago. So
I mean, we have a decent run defense. Okay, don't. It's okay.
he's playing. Yeah, he's playing against Chicago. So he'll probably be running a lot when they're up 27-3.
I mean, maybe. Hey, the Bears are on like a 3-win streak right now. Okay, we're throwing our first overall pick away.
Don't they have Arizona's first round pick too?
Yeah,
Yeah, so they've got like 2 in like the top 5 right now. They should.
or no, Cardinals. I don't know. Panthers. We have the Panthers first round pick.
Okay. Oh yeah, so they have the Panthers, who probably are the worst team right now. So they probably still have the first round pick.
Yeah, maybe. But we should have 2 like top 5 picks, and instead we keep winning games.
Yeah, well, yeah. When you got one team that's doing the job for you,
That's
you might as
true.
well go out and look good and make your money. Wide receivers. Assuming Allen plays, I've got Allen and Sutton versus Samuel and Lockett. I cannot see Samuel having the game that he had last week again. Lockett is kind of disappeared from the map for the past couple of weeks. Yeah, I guess he had a couple of decent games there, but I feel like I haven't heard his name very much. He is like a top 20 wide receiver this year, though. But Sutton's pretty much another one of those
He's
guys who's
wide receiver 31.
31. Okay. Sutton's pretty much gets like 40 yards, but he always scores a touchdown every week. So I can pretty much, assume he's going to score me at least 10 points. In fact, I think, 2 times this year he has not scored 10 points. So that's pretty good.
That's really good.
Pretty consistent. Keenan Allen, he's got to play. If out of both Allen and Jacobs, I would rather Allen be the one who does play for me.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't play, I go all the way down to at best Tutu Atwell, who was hurt this last week, to at best maybe MVS or I'm starting Bobo again and hoping for like one catch for 7 yards. We'll find out on Saturday there. So here's to hoping. I would pick my wide receivers though out of his.
Your big problem here is the Chargers, I'm pretty sure, have been eliminated from playoff contention.
They've been eliminated and
So
their
they're not
quarterback is
gonna
hurt.
they're not gonna rush Allen back.
No, and they're like I said, their quarterback is hurt. So
Yeah.
that's also going to hurt his bottom line regardless. What just happened? Come back to me. There we
But
go.
yeah, if Allen plays, I take Allen in 7 for sure.
I don't know why he keeps doing this, but we're just not going to click on his name again. Apparently, the internet hates him right now. Tight end, I started Waller last week. I'll probably be starting Waller the rest of the year that I need to. I do have Higbee as a backup though, so but as long as Waller stays healthy, he's going to start for me. Uh, Got to give me those touchdowns. And
Hunter
they got
Henry's
Hunter
had a
Henry.
really good back-to-back couple weeks.
Yeah, they're
Could go
playing in
either way
Denver.
here. It's kind of a toss-up.
They're playing in Denver. Denver's defense has gotten a lot better here recently. After giving up 70 to Miami.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I Waller is the better tight end, but he's probably honestly he's probably got the better quarterback still. Also, not gonna lie, not a fan of any of New England's quarterbacks right now. So as it stands right now at flex, I've got Chase Brown and Josh Jacobs. He's got Edwards and Boyd. Um, Chase Brown has been a bit of a revelation the past 3 games. He's been scoring pretty good. Looks like he's questionable, so I'll have to look up and see what that's all about. And once again, if Jacobs plays, I would prefer kind of a toss up actually on our flexes.
Yeah.
Gus Edwards is going to get more touches because Mitchell is hurt, and Boyd's been having some success with their backup quarterback. Oh no, he hasn't. Maybe I'm thinking of T. Higgins, the other T wide receiver. Let's
If
see what
Jacobs
Brown's.
plays, I'm going with your side. But otherwise, Edwards and Boyd's pretty good.
Sternum injury. Yeah, so if they don't run, like I said, Tutu Atwell's next up in line, at that point I would probably be playing like Tyler Higbee, honestly, as a flex. So quarterbacks, speaking of who's going to be throwing to Waller, you got DeVito and Stafford. I'd pick Stafford all day. DeVito is
Yeah.
managing games, but I mean he's not dominating any game.
Oh,
So
yeah, I'm taking Stafford for sure.
right now I have Floyd at my IDP. He's got Hayward all day.
Yeah, Cam Hayward's a monster.
I can't see myself flexing out Floyd at this point. Normally it would be Ramsey, but Ramsey hasn't been doing much. Maybe Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods has been doing pretty good the past couple games. Darius Williams always an option as well. Although he didn't have a great game, he does pretty well. Defensive line, I've got Donald Highsmith. He's got Watt and Cooper. I
Give me
think
Watt and
Watt
Cooper all
pretty much
day.
Watt just pretty much puts the needle in his side. Donald has yet to really do anything since I traded for him. He's just old and hurt for the most part. Apparently, the internet does not like him either right now. So, yeah, hasn't done as well as I had hoped, but I don't really have much of an option at D lineman. All my other defensive linemen are very sporadic. One day they'll score 2 points, the next day they'll score 14. So Highsmith is kind of my rock there. I could flex Lloyd, I guess, into Donald's spot. We'll see. I don't want to try and overthink it too much. Linebacker, I got Singleton and Gibbons. He's got Murray and Jones. I think I take my side because I think basically Gibbons is better than Murray, but I would say Singleton and Jones are pretty equal. They've been both doing a lot of work. So
Um, yeah, Singleton is incredible. Jones is incredible. I love Ernest Jones so much. I take your side just because I really like Gibbons too. And Murray, he had a really good week last week. I don't know if somebody was injured. Oh, I guess he's actually been starting pretty much all year. Oh, I'm confusing him with Diane Henley. Oh no, I really like Kenneth Murray too. Um, I think Singleton is the best linebacker of the four, but I actually think I'd take Jones and Murray over Singleton and Gibbons.
So for the year, Singleton has 265 points. Gibbons only has 171. Murray actually has 233, and Jones is at 247. So if you go by history, his team's a little bit better on the linebacker side, but he's been running on his defense all year, so most of his defense is going to beat mine, except maybe a defensive back where Minka looks like he's out. He's got Percy Butler, who's been having pretty good weeks ever since week 8. But I have Rayshon Jenkins and Derwin James, so
Two of the
I don't
best
think,
safeties in the league, so I'm going to take your side.
yeah, I don't think he's got any kind of defensive backs that are going to make it look better for him
No.
there. So on the bench, he's got Ramondre, who could play, so that's something for me to look for. Royce Freeman's a backup at this point. They've got Hill projected the same amount as Gus Edwards, but I think Gus Edwards probably pulls out and plays more. I could always hope that Hill ends up being the starter. They are playing at San Francisco too, so we'll see how the running game goes there. He's got Dortch, also, who had an okay game, I think, this last week. 5 points. That's okay
Yeah, it's
for a
been ever
flex.
since Kyler came back. He's actually been getting targets and stuff because I guess apparently Kyler really likes Greg Dortch.
Yeah. Nothing really too crazy on the bench other than that. For me, I've got Kareem Hunt, who did absolutely nothing last week, and he's been kind of slowing down. MVS Tutu, who is hurt. Hopefully he starts. Higby, a lot of older players on the defensive side who could do something. It just depends on the week for them. I think that's going to be like my stress point is mixing and matching defensive players and seeing if Jacobs and Allen's play. If Jacobs and Allen play, both of them play, I feel really good about the week. So, in terms of who I think is going to win, I think I'm going to win the AFC, and I think the Cowboys have been so hot, they're going to keep going, and as of right now, upset the Panthers.
No, I want the Panthers to win. I'm going to call the Panthers win.
You want the Panthers to win.
Yeah.
So you
I've
think
been
the Panthers
singing the Panthers' praises since before the season even started. I love the way he built
yes.
his team. I love the crazy defense first strategy. Defense wins championships. I said it in the sleeper chat. I'm happy to, if I was going to fall to anybody, I'm glad it was the Panthers, and I want to see them win it all. Panthers versus Jaguars Super Bowl.
Okay. That would be a very interesting Super Bowl in real life too. You keep saying that, but I'm looking at mid-season power rankings, and you had them 8th.
Okay.
I had them better. I had them 7th. So I'm just saying.
Whatever.
I'm just kind of looking over it now to see. Let's see. We've got Dallas. I had 10th. Carolina 7th. Jacksonville 11, and Pittsburgh 13. So yeah, not even like the top 6 teams that I had.
You know what you got to do is go into the Hall of Fame and look at the first ever power rankings.
Hall of Fame, first ever power rankings. Let's see here. Oh, it says first ever power rankings. Let me just move this on over. So we got Panthers at 1. Me and Leon had Chiefs. Okay. Cowboys at 2. Okay. Where did I have the Cowboys?
Look at that. I got the NFC Championship game as my 1 and 2.
Cowboys 4th for me. And
5th for Leon.
oh, there we go. 5th. Yeah, and average at first. So it was Cowboys 1st. Let's see here. Panthers 7th. Me 8th. Then way down here, 23rd, the Steelers. Shows you how much we know.
Yeah. I mean, this
You
was
did have the
before the season even really started. This was before the pre-draft power rankings. But
Yeah, you had them at
way
20.
back then, I called the
I mean,
Panthers and Cowboys.
you did. Congratulations. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first 5 teams you had actually were all NFC teams. And then the Broncos, which I gave no love to, if I recall correctly.
You had the Broncos, yeah, at 15.
15, yeah.
Leon had them at 17. Let's see what the lowest playoff team was for all of us. Oh, for me it was the Vikings at 31. For you it was the Falcons at 31. And for Leon it was the Steelers at 25. I mean, again, that
Well,
was before the draft, before trading. Like,
yeah. What about what about post draft? That's kind of the important one, I think. Because
yeah.
that's when teams were
Well,
they
for
kind of did all the trading, they drafted and got their players.
let's see, for then my lowest ranking playoff team was the Falcons at 20.
How are you doing this so fast?
Yours was the Raiders at 21. And Leon's was the Steelers at 28.
Steelers again, yeah. No one, and even midseason, the Steelers didn't get love from the third team.
Yeah.
Your co-commissioners did it, and I'm pretty sure somewhere in chat someone said that low key the Steelers were their favorite to win,
Yeah.
like they were a dark horse. So we actually had Chiefs. All of us had Chiefs post draft at number 1. So Kimchi, better luck next year, I guess. At
Yeah.
least, at least for the next week or two, we're not gonna have to see what is going on, bruh.
And Loki, I think I might lose this.
Right, when he's projected to win by 50, which I mean actually happened last week. So I mean, really, I guess that's all I've got for today. We got a few things, more for you, general knowledge reminders. Uh, just a reminder after the Super Bowl ends. So this will be the day after the Super Bowl ends. Trading begins.
Yes. I will unlock free agency and trading and all of that the day after the Super Bowl ends. After our Super Bowl finishes, I'm going to lock everything, and then everything will open up again the day after the real life Super Bowl.
Okay. So there's going to be about 6 weeks of darkness, basically.
Yeah, we can. Everybody, and I've seen it already. People making like backdoor handshake deals for shit already. El Castro's been talking about how one of the first 2 picks has already been sold. Make all the handshake deals you want. Trading opens the day after the Super Bowl. That's when everything kind of restarts for the next season.
Okay. And where's your punishment at?
I didn't buy orange juice, and we just recorded like 2 days ago. I didn't have time. I forgot about it. Next week to celebrate the Super Bowl. That is when I'll do it.
All right, that's fine to celebrate my win.
Well, it will record before the Super Bowl, so we
It's
won't
a
know who won.
pre-victory,
Pre-victory,
pre-victory
yes.
shot.
I will buy some
It's a
orange juice at some point this week.
victory shot from you making it to the Super Bowl against all odds.
Yeah. God, I'm gonna have so much to edit now at the end of this episode. We were doing so good.
We don't edit that out. People can watch us fight. It's fine because I'm right. If I was wrong, then yes, edit it out.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all. I just wanted to make sure that was still top of mind. That we just did a reminder for everybody that 2025 payout or payments are going to be due at some point. What are you doing?
Me.
Yeah, it looks a little awkward.
Oh, I was scratching my arm under my desk.
At minimum, due before the beginning of 2024 season. Um, and I don't. Oh, that free agency begins the day after the real Super Bowl. So, other than that, congrats and good luck to me, the Steelers, the Cowboys, and Panthers. After this, there
And the
will only be
Dolphins,
two.
Browns, Giants, and Titans.
Yes, one of you four are making your money back. and it's going to be pretty awesome when the Giants do it. So
Yes.
honestly, I wouldn't be mad if the Dolphins did either. They got screwed out pretty much all year too.
Yeah.
So, but with that, we will see you guys in a week, and we will only have two, and hopefully one of them is